At least 5 demonstrators have been killed and dozens injured across Bangladesh, and thousands of opposition activists rallied in the capital, Dhaka, on Friday to demand that Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina quit and order polls under a caretaker government. Police said the protesters died after officers and border guards opened fire in 3 towns as the supporters of the Bangladesh Nationalist Party, BNP, and its Islamist allies protested across the country. AFP news agency reported 2 protesters were killed and several others were injured by bullets in the southern resort district of Cox's Bazaar when border guards opened fire at several thousand supporters of the BNP. The border guards opened fire after the BNP activists defied a ban on rallies and attacked the forces, Cox's Bazaar District Deputy Police Chief Babul Akter told AFP. 2 persons were killed and a few more were hit by bullets. 2 more were killed by bullets in the central district of Chandpur after BNP activists clashed with police and ruling party supporters, local police chief Amir Jafar said. Police fired after the BNP supporters attacked them with arms and small bombs, he said. A demonstrator died in the northern town of Dhaka after the elite Rapid Action Battalion opened fire at about 10,000 rampaging supporters of the Jamaat-e-Islami Party, a key ally of the BNP. Area Police Head Mohammed Monar Azman told AFP. Al Jazeera's Masita, reporting from Dhaka, said that the opposition rally had ended but that he had also heard 2 explosions thereafter. He said that police officials had said that these were caused by handmade bombs. Mass protests. The clashes occurred as the BNP and its Islamist allies called nationwide mass protests to force Hasina to resign ahead of the January 2014 elections and set up a technocrat-led caretaker government to oversee the polls. BNP leader Khaleda Zia addressed a rally of over 100,000 supporters at a national memorial in central Dhaka, renewing her threat to boycott the polls and setting Hasina a new weekend deadline to hold a dialogue on her demand for a caretaker government. There will be no election under Hasina. We won't allow any one-party election. The election must include all parties and be conducted by a neutral caretaker government, Zia told the crowd, announcing a nationwide strike for Sunday to Tuesday to press her demands. Bangladeshi politics has long been dominated by a feud between the 2 dynastic leaders who distrust each other. Local Dhaka Police Chief Sirajul Islam put the number of the crowd at the rally at over 100,000. Witnesses and BNP officials said the figure was double. Tensions have been rising in Bangladesh since Hasina's ruling Awami League, AL, party rejected an October 24 deadline set by the BNP for accepting its demands. Tight security. Zia, who has twice served as premier, branded the government illegal as of Friday, citing a legal provision that requires a neutral caretaker government to be set up 3 months before elections slated for January 2014. But the ruling AL abolished the provision in 2011. Handing the job of overseeing polls to a reformed election commission. The government has deployed thousands of police and paramilitary border guards in Dhaka, in the port city of Chittagong where the ruling party called a rival rally that was peaceful, and other potential flashpoints. We've sent BGB, Border Guard Bangladesh, troops to 20 major cities and towns, BGB Director Colonel Hafiz Hassan told AFP. Police said they fired rubber bullets in half a dozen other towns, leaving scores injured after the supporters of the AL party and the BNP clashed. While the nation has a long history of political violence, this year has been the deadliest since Bangladesh gained independence in 1971. At least 150 people have been killed since January after a controversial court began handing down death sentences to Islamist leaders allied to ex-Premier Zia.